Hello and welcome back to Bath Time with Brielle. On this week's episode we're talking about spanking. Spanking is a great entry-level kink and it could be so fun if it's done correctly. You, my friend, might be into spanking if you're into role play or if you're into the exchange of power. As always, we start with consent. With all forms of BDSM play, you want to make sure you're not under the influence because our pain tolerance is different when we're fucked up. Consensual spanking doesn't have to be a sterile conversation. If you're the giver, you could say, "You are being so naughty. Do you deserve a spanking?" If you're the receiver, you could say, "I've been so bad and I need to be spanked." If you want it, ask for it. If you're not into it, don't do it. And before you start, it's great to set up a safe word if you and your partner don't already have one. So, positions. The spankee could be on all fours, you could be bent over the knee, you could be bent over the counter, and the spanker will have more control if they're perpendicular to the spankee. So say the ass is right here. It's easier to swing from side to side than if the ass were right in front of us and reaching forward. So when you're spanking, there are definitely areas you want to avoid. You want to avoid the lower back, the tailbone, and the sides, like the hip area. Say this is your ass. These are the thighs. You want to aim for that meaty area right before the thighs start. So you could practice spanking as its own activity or as a form of foreplay, or you can add it to genital stimulation. You want to warm up the skin before you start spanking. So that might be a massage, that might be grabbing and spreading the ass apart. You want to ease your way into it. Then you could slap them around a little bit, play them like drums. If you are the spanker, you always want to be checking in on the spankee. You can say things like, "Do you like that?" Or "Do you want it harder?" So the way you hold your hand is going to make a difference in the sensation that your partner's butt is going to feel. The first couple of spanks, and if you want a more gentle spank, you can cup your hand like this. It's going to make a really fun noise. If you want a medium level spank, you can spank with the palm of your hand. And then the hand position that's going to have the most sensation is the full hand with the fingers. It's going to be basically a slap. And as far as movement of the arm, you want to make sure you're swinging upward into the ass. That's going to send vibrations towards the genitals. The most exciting part about spanking is the anticipation. The person being spanked probably can't see you. So say you do like 5 hard spanks and then stop. And then that person's kind of expecting you to spank them again, but instead you can run your hand through their butt cheeks. Or you can gently massage their ass. And then when your partner's nice and relaxed, you spank them again. Once you and your partner have mastered the hand spank, you can look into other tools such as floggers, paddles, crops, and whips. Remember to play safe, respect your partner's boundaries, and communicate. Stay wet, my friends.